Oh, that was weak. That was the weakest. There we go. Can't start the video without a good burp. So back in January, I made a video about my 2016 resolutions, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna upload a video to this channel every week, which has been a stunning success so far, as you can see. Good job, me. Good job. Good job, me. Basically what happened... What the hell is she doing? I have this crazy-ass roommate. I don't know what she does with her life, but I don't think it's okay with me. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. I sit in my room talking to a camera. Why do I care? Basically what happened was I moved out of the house and couldn't use my dad's camera to film videos anymore, and also acquired some inquisitive roommates who I don't necessarily care to have watching my videos. Utah! They love nothing more than criticizing same-sex marriage. After I moved out, I started living life, I don't know, man. Then I started school part-time to become an esthetician, which is basically just like skincare and hair removal and stuff. And I got a job working 30 hours a week, which is like 50 hours weekly of not being home, which doesn't really leave one ample free time. What is this bitch doing? Whatever. I don't care. She's just back and forth constantly. Just pick a place and stay there. And then after 3 weeks of going to school, the entire company shut down. I don't know if you saw anything about the Marinellos in the news. Basically, some of the higher-ups were doing shady stuff, government wasn't hella down with it, just cut funding, and the company couldn't afford to keep it open on their own, so they were like, well, bye. I had slept in that morning, too, because they didn't tell us ahead of time. Like, everyone got to school, and then they told them. Some of the staff didn't even know until they got there that day. But I had slept in, right? And my roommate, who graduated like a few weeks before I started there, she woke me up that morning, like half an hour after I was supposed to be at school, like, they shut down our campus! And I was like, oh my god, I've literally been awake less than half a second and I already have to deal with this shit. There are worse things to wake up to. Didn't have to go to school that day. Actually, I did. Because I had to go talk to the director, but... that was just weird. That was a weird experience. Like, starting school, never mind. So I just kind of worked for a few weeks, started playing this amazing game called Ori and the Blind Forest, finally started playing Assassin's Creed Revelations. I've been rereading the Harry Potter series, I'm on book 5 now, and generally just kind of not dying, which is always a plus, don't get me, well, it's usually a plus, don't get me wrong. You know, I thought moving out on my own would be a lot more exciting, but mostly it just consists of complaining about work and eating macaroni and cheese out of the pot at 3 a.m. Adulthood. And I haven't had anything to film with, so no this either. Whatever this is. I've been awake too long. On the bright side, no one has burned down our apartment yet, and no one has killed each other yet. Note the yets, because oh my god. We've still got a few more weeks of living here. Our oven hasn't worked properly since a week after I moved in, and all 6 of us, 1 apartment, all 6 of us, are some kind of batshit crazy. So, we're all going to die. Which is true regardless of the situation. Death is inevitable and it's coming for us all, but I'm talking like soon. Hella soon. I played Life is Strange and suddenly I'm using hella like I'm in high school and trying to be cool again. But what can I say? I love Chloe Price. Ow. I also got really obsessed with Kingdom for a solid week. I'm terrible at it. It's a great game and I love it, but I suck at it. I'm so bad at it. This is just turning into what video games I've played since the start of 2016. Finished Portal 2, finally, after like 3 years, and I'm now finally finishing up the Ezio trilogy, after 3 years. This video was supposed to be about why I've been gone, but I don't think that happened. I really don't think that happened. I mean, other stuff has happened, but most of it is like high school drama that I can only really care about for 24 hours before I'm just like, So, that's all, really. Aside from the fact that one of our roommates keeps leaving the sliding door open and it's gonna get us all murdered, which it's chill, it's fine, there are worse ways to go. I've heard drowning is the worst way to die. I think my ideal death is brutally devoured by ancient carnivorous dinosaur in a heroic attempt to save orphans from a burning building. That would be one hell of an obituary, could you imagine? Oh, how'd Caitlin die? Well, you see, they got eaten by a fucking dinosaur. You know, I was gonna talk about how awful being an adult is, and truly it is terrible, but I mentioned video games and death, and where else were we gonna end up, really? TLDR, I moved out, tried to go to school and it didn't work, also tried to have a job and it didn't work, and I played a lot of video games, which worked with varying degrees of success. Life is difficult, the world is a complicated place to live in, doing things is hard, death is inevitable. You should all play Life is Strange. Deuces.